Hello, English learners. Welcome back to the Easy English Podcast, your cozy place to practice real English through real-life stories. I'm Everlyn.
And I'm Ken. Today we're going to talk about something a little different but very important: mindfulness and self-improvement.
Yes, life can feel busy, stressful, or even chaotic. And sometimes we forget to notice small moments around us, or even the progress we make in our English learning.
Exactly. I know I've had days where I'm rushing everywhere, school, work, lessons, and I don't even notice the sky, the birds, or even my own thoughts.
That's where mindfulness comes in. Mindfulness is simply paying attention to the present moment without judgment. And today, we're going to explore how mindfulness can help your daily life and your English learning in a calm, simple, and practical way. Let's start with the morning. The first few minutes after waking are perfect for a small mindfulness practice.
Like what? Just lie in bed and breathe?
Yes, exactly. Start by noticing your breath. Inhale slowly, exhale slowly. Pay attention to the air moving in and out.
Wow, that sounds simple, but I think my brain will start thinking about homework or my phone notifications immediately.
That's normal, Ken. Mindfulness is not about stopping thoughts. It's about noticing them and gently bringing your attention back to the present.
Okay, so I just notice thoughts and then go back to breathing.
Yes. And here's a small reflection for listeners. Close your eyes for 1 minute. Notice your breath, the feeling of your body on the bed, and the sounds around you. That's mindfulness.
I like that. It feels calm, and I feel awake in a soft way, not rushed.
Exactly. And this morning practice can be combined with English too. For example, say one sentence aloud in English about how you feel. I feel calm and ready for the day.
I'm going to try that tomorrow. Even one sentence is a start.
Now let's talk about daily life. Mindfulness isn't just for the morning. You can practice anytime, while walking, waiting in line, or even washing dishes.
Wait, washing dishes? How does that help me?
Notice the feeling of the water, the sound of the dishes, the movements of your hands. Be present in the action. This trains your brain to focus and reduces stress.
So it's like paying attention to the small things I usually ignore.
Exactly. And here's a tip. Connect mindfulness to English learning. Read labels, notice signs, describe things in English silently or aloud. The plate is round, the water is warm, the soap is white.
That's fun. I can turn chores into practice too.
Yes, and notice how this changes your attention. You're not rushing anymore, you're observing. Even a tiny observation is progress.
Everlyn, how does this connect to self-improvement?
Self-improvement is about taking small, consistent actions to feel better, grow your skills, or be happier. Mindfulness helps you notice what you want to improve and what you are already doing well.
So noticing what's good about me is part of growth too, not just fixing problems.
Exactly. For example, if you notice that you read one English sentence every day, that's a win. Recognizing wins motivates you to continue.
I like that. It feels less stressful than always trying to do more.
Yes, and here's a mini challenge. Today, write down one small thing you did well, English-related or life-related, and one thing you want to improve tomorrow.
I think I'll write, I practiced English for 5 minutes today, and tomorrow I will try one English sentence while walking.
Perfect. That's exactly how tiny steps add up to big improvements.
I sometimes feel distracted, even with friends or family. My mind is on my phone or homework. How does mindfulness work with others?
Good question. Mindfulness with others is about being present. Notice their expressions, their tone, their gestures. Listen fully without thinking about your reply immediately.
So it's like active listening, being really there.
Exactly. And this is very powerful. Even one mindful conversation strengthens relationships and reduces misunderstandings.
I can try that with my little brother. Maybe I'll notice how he draws instead of thinking about my phone.
Yes, and here's a reflection. When you practice mindfulness with others, notice how it feels. Is it calming, fun, surprising?
I imagine it feels more real than scrolling social media.
It does. And you can combine this with English too. Describe aloud what you notice. My brother is drawing a red house. One sentence at a time. In the evening, mindfulness helps you reflect on your day. Ask yourself, what went well? What did I notice? What small step did I take?
I like that. Instead of worrying about everything I didn't do, I can celebrate small wins.
Exactly. And for English learners, reflection is key. Review one word, one phrase, or one sentence you practiced today.
I think I'll write it down in my journal. It feels satisfying to see my progress.
Yes. And don't worry if you missed a moment of mindfulness. Each day is a new chance. Okay, learners, let's go through some words from today's episode. Mindfulness. Paying attention to the present moment. Example, I practice mindfulness while walking to school. Reflection. Thinking about your actions to learn from them. Example, at night, I do reflection about my day. Awareness. Noticing what is happening around or inside you. Example, I have awareness of my thoughts when I practice mindfulness. Presence. Being fully here and now. Example, I feel presence when I talk to my family without distractions. Growth. Improving or becoming better over time. Example, small steps every day lead to growth in English. Consistency. Doing something regularly. Example, consistency is important for self-improvement. Tiny step. A small, manageable action. Example, I take a tiny step by practicing one sentence today. Intentional. Doing something on purpose, not by accident. Example, I practice English with intentional focus. Calm. Relaxed, peaceful. Example, mindfulness helps me feel calm in stressful moments. Gratitude. Noticing and appreciating good things. Example, I feel gratitude for my family and my English progress.
Try to use 1 or 2 words in a sentence tonight. Even one sentence counts.
Before we close today, Learners, let's take some time to explore mindful habits you can add to your daily life. These are small actions that help you notice your day, improve your English, and feel calmer and more focused.
Okay, I like habits. But I usually think habits have to be big, like running 5 kilometers or studying for an hour. Tiny habits don't feel like enough.
That's a common thought, Ken. But the truth is, tiny, mindful habits are powerful. They're small, consistent, and easy to keep, which makes them more likely to last. Let's go through some examples.
I'm listening.
First, mindful morning moments. When you wake up, before your phone or anything else, notice your body and your breath. Just 1 minute is enough. Then say one English sentence about how you feel. For example, I am awake and ready for today.
That sounds doable. I think I can even try saying I feel calm or I am happy to start my day.
Exactly. The key is intention. You're starting your day purposefully, even if it's just one sentence. Over time, this builds awareness and sets a positive tone for your day.
What about during the day? How can I add mindfulness without stopping everything?
Great question. Here's one. Mindful walking. When you walk, going to school, to the store, or even just around your home, notice your steps, the feeling of your feet on the ground, the sounds around you. Then describe it silently or aloud in English. The wind is cool. The leaves are green. I feel calm.
I can do that. I usually just scroll on my phone while walking. I never notice anything.
And that's the point. Mindfulness trains your attention, and combining it with English is a double benefit. You're practicing language while observing life.
What about when I'm sitting at home doing homework? I usually feel restless or distracted.
This is perfect for mindful study moments. Before you start, take a minute to notice your body, your thoughts, and your surroundings. Then set a small intention. I will focus on this one task for 10 minutes. Notice distractions, acknowledge them, and return your attention gently.
So even if my mind wanders, I don't judge myself. I just notice and go back?
Exactly. That's mindfulness. Over time, this helps improve focus, reduce stress, and even helps your English retention because your brain is fully present when learning.
I like that. And what about speaking English? I sometimes feel nervous or shy.
Mindfulness can help here too. Before speaking, take a small breath, notice how your body feels, and say one sentence slowly. Don't worry about mistakes. For example, I am speaking English now, or I am practicing slowly and calmly.
That's a nice tip. I think it makes speaking feel less scary.
Exactly. Now let's talk about mindful meals. While eating, notice the colors, textures, and smells of your food. Chew slowly, and if you want, describe it in English. The apple is red and sweet. The rice is soft.
I never thought of that. I usually eat and scroll at the same time.
Yes, many of us do. But when you eat mindfully, you not only enjoy your food more, you also create small, meaningful English practice moments.
I see a pattern here. Whatever I do, I can add mindfulness and a little English. Tiny steps.
Exactly. And here's another one, mindful conversations. When talking to family, friends, or classmates, notice their words, tone, and expressions. Listen fully before replying. You can even summarize aloud what they said. She said she is tired. I understand.
That sounds useful. I think I often talk without really listening.
It's very common. Mindful conversations make relationships stronger and improve your English comprehension.
Any tips for the evening?
Yes, evening reflection is very powerful. Before bed, take 5 minutes to think about your day. What did you notice? What small steps did you take? And what can you improve tomorrow? Write one sentence in English about it.
For example, today I noticed the birds while walking. Or I practiced one English sentence after waking up.
Exactly. This builds awareness, confidence, and a sense of progress. Over time, even these tiny moments make a big difference in life and English learning.
I like that. It feels gentle, doable, and motivating, not stressful at all.
Exactly. Mindful habits are about presence, awareness, and small wins, not perfection. Try adding just 1 or 2 of these practices tomorrow. Notice how it changes your day.
I think I'll start with mindful morning sentences and mindful walking. 2 tiny steps.
Perfect. And learners, you can pick your own tiny habits. Mindful brushing your teeth, mindful tea or coffee, mindful listening to a song, or mindful writing in your journal.
Even 1 minute counts. And combining mindfulness with English makes it even better.
Exactly. Tiny steps, consistently, build big change over time. So learners, mindfulness and self-improvement are about tiny, intentional actions, noticing the present moment and celebrating small wins.
Yes, you don't need big changes or perfect habits. Even 1 small sentence in English, 1 mindful breath, or 1 kind action counts.
Try one small exercise tomorrow. Notice something around you, say it in English, or reflect on a tiny win.
And remember, progress is a journey, not a race. Small steps every day add up to big results.
This is Everlyn.
And this is Ken. You've been listening to the Easy English Podcast. Keep practicing, stay mindful, and we'll see you next time.